Good morning. This is the Kingsburg Downtown Business Improvement District Advisory Board meeting. We have a regular meeting agenda today. Today is Tuesday, March 4th, 2025, and our start time is 8:01. First item up for today is approve the agenda to better accommodate members of the public or inconvenience in the order of presentation. Items on the agenda may not be presented or acted upon in the order listed. Additions to the agenda may be added only pursuant to California Government Code Section 54954.2. Do we have an approval? Sorry.
I make a motion to approve the agenda.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The agenda is approved. Moving on, presentations and informal reports. Do we have any at this time? Okay, moving on. Public comment. Speakers should limit their comments to no more than 3 minutes for items which are on the agenda this evening. Members of the public will be provided an opportunity to address the board as each item is brought up for discussion. Do we have any public comment at this time? No? Okay, we're going to move into our regular calendar. But you know what's not on here, honey? Is our approval of here it is, okay, never mind. Really haven't had a coffee, you guys, sorry. Regular approve the minutes from the 2-4 meeting as presented by City Clerk Abigail Palsgard. I think maybe it's because I almost got run over. I don't know. Yeah, it is. Okay, so let's look over our agenda, for our minutes for our last meeting. Yeah, I think so.
I make a motion to approve the minutes as submitted.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Our minutes from last meeting are approved. Thank you, guys. Okay. Moving on to item number 2, goal setting. Sponsor member Williams. Recommendations, possible action.
Well, I was lucky enough to spend some time with Councilwoman North about the matter that she brought up in terms of a potential data source, but it actually has a cost to it that probably is not something we want to look at. So I came up with a few things, and I figured you guys probably had a few that we can do. Some of them are going to be more sort of soft stats, but still I think important. So for instance, like, the number of people that come to our meetings. Maybe we can get more people involved. The number of people that come to the Fika Fridays, because that's such a good opportunity to interact. The knowledge of what the bid is doing via like a survey or something like that. And then maybe taking all of our business members, making a list. And we've talked about like our neighborhoods, but really being a little bit more purposeful around assigning who is the partner for which business, and keeping track of our visits as bid advisory board members to gather information. So those are the ones that I kind of came up with, and there may be others that are better or whatever that you may suggest, or any that you want to remove.
Thoughts?
That sounds good to me. Are you going to kind of break up our assigned areas?
I
in
can.
the district?
I'm more than happy to.
It's so funny how there's like 2 in the mall. We're in the same building. You guys are neighbors. Like, it's
Right?
funny how that is. And honestly, you're just holding it down over there.
On my own island. Okay, so breaking down our visits. You mentioned like a partner business. Like it would be like, are you thinking like, you're my partner, I'm going to check in on you?
Yes.
Like I just kind of check in like.
And let them know if you need it. I'm your representative from the bid. Just like our city council people are in town, we know who we call if we have an issue or we need something done.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just thinking, what do we, when we do reach out to our people who are in the bid, do we have an idea of what we will give? Like, will we give them something? Will we have an invitation? Is that what instead of just walking in cold turkey, like, hi, do we have something that we could do? Like, or like maybe even, my thought would be a specific invitation to the Fika Friday, or.
Yeah. I think it's like, depends on your comfort level. Like for me, I don't mind walking in and saying, hi, I'm a part of the bid advisory board, and I just wanted to let you know that I'm your representative for your business, and here's the things that the bid does. We have Fika Friday, so you can come and talk to everybody, da-da-da-da-da. They do the trash cans, the Christmas trees, you go through, and just wanted to know if there's anything else you
Just
thought.
informative of, this is what the bid does for you.
Yeah,
And
but-
would you like to come to Fika Friday?
Yeah, but I'm okay with like that, sort of that cold call.
Right.
Not everybody is. So yeah, I think we could absolutely use the mechanism of inviting them to the meeting here, of asking them to Fika Friday. And then, maybe we make a goal that we all do like, 4 a month or something like that. And I just need that updated list and I can figure it out. But, it doesn't
How
have to
about
be
if
a
we
lot.
just had one little blurb, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. One little blurb of like, here are the things that you can take advantage of being in the bid. Social media.
Great idea. Yes.
Do you want to get the trolley on the road on Fridays? Do you want to, announce do you have events that you want us all to participate in? Do you,
Yeah.
is your website current?
Yes.
Is your website, listing current?
Yeah, I think all
All these
that's great.
things. These are these are the opportunities that are sitting there for you. And
Leslie,
you paid
how
for
did
them.
you word that? The beginning of what you said? I know.
Rewind the tape.
Are you,
worded it so
are,
well
are you
because-
aware of what, opportunities are sitting there waiting for you?
Yeah.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
have like an infographic for new businesses, so maybe we need to evolve it for existing ones, and then that could be something you walk in with.
What business tools are you leaving on the table? By not taking advantage of what you're paying for.
We could do like a top 5 bid membership perks, or check off a little checkbox
That's a
so
great
you
idea.
can check it off,
Yeah.
so it feels
These are what you've paid for. You've
tangible
paid
and
in.
like participation.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
that's
if
a
that
great idea.
comes along
I
with
can
an
make the check.
invitation,
Yeah.
yeah, like, oh, Lauren, we haven't seen you at the bid meetings. Here's the regular Tuesday meeting, here's the next Fika Friday, and here are the top 5 things that you might be leaving on the table by not participating.
That's great. I feel like really getting them to engage with us. That's what we need. Yeah.
Like in listening to you, I think that it might be nice to have a little brochure, like where it has like your logo on the front, and then inside it could say goals, accomplishments, opportunities, or like the opportunities with the website or all of those things, and then ways to get involved where it has the Fika Fridays and like the meetings listed. It might be nice to have that all in one place, and like the first thing being like goals, but yet accomplishments, because so many people are like, what is the bid doing? Well, then you can list all of those things right there. I don't know if that's just.
And then
I
like
like
a
that
blank page
format.
with lines that says, what can we do for you?
Or like suggestions, maybe like at the bottom,
Yeah.
suggestions, email this or something.
So I know this is a separate line item here, but some of this feedback could go on there too.
This would be a good way to tie that into
Yeah.
one. I could work on the brochure.
Okay. That sound good?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Because that would get conversation going from this feedback form also.
I do feel like, though, we have a lot of conversation going about some of these topics already within some of my clients or other businesses I hear who come to me. So what I listened in on the last meeting, but what I'm wondering is like, what are, some of this we could get a lot of negative feedback. I don't know that we want to get negative feedback, and also by putting this out there for businesses, what are we hoping to get from it? Like, what are we going to do with this feedback? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Well, that's why we removed some of the questions.
oh, okay.
We
Okay.
did,
So I would like to see more of an informative page like we're talking about, which is positive.
Yeah, because the way you frame the conversation makes a huge difference, and it
Yes,
really
like,
sets like a good
yes.
positive tone and a mutual participation tone.
But first, you know, and maybe go from there if we want to put these questions on the,
Like a test
thing we're
market.
passing.
The things that Laura said. I don't know if we're gonna do the questions, it might be nice to have that as an insert, so it's not like a permanent part of our nice.
Right.
Yeah, I like the idea of not including the questions, but adding, maybe you ask them.
Them to email it in, yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm thinking we're not gonna get papers back.
We want them to
couldn't
keep
even
the
get
brochure.
Papers back for,
Yeah. We want them to keep
the
it.
website listings.
Right.
So.
And it may be that, I mean, I don't know if people will actually email back either. That the insert, maybe we can take the notes and bring it back, or have two in there where we
Yeah.
say, or take one and say, we're happy to kind of go through this with you, or would you like to email it back? I
Yeah,
don't
and then
know.
while we're standing there with
Yeah.
them, they're probably going to give us their
Yeah.
feedback.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So, and then we can just bring it back. And
yeah.
I mean,
And then,
if there's 7 of us, if we all did 2 or 3 businesses a month, that's
Yeah.
gonna make an impact.
anyway, that. Things we have to pay for, like how many people, like being geo-fenced for how many people come to festivals and stuff like that, or how many people are shopping on Saturday. So, but I'm also not the only, we have got a lot of really good brains here, so if you think of something,
Yeah.
I'll work on putting it on like a action plan if you guys want for next meeting.
Okay.
Like as far as who goes to what.
Yeah, and well, but just like even just putting like, okay, how many people did we have at the meetings, and we can have just a column for each thing where it's like, you know, this many people here, how many people came to Fika Friday, what was our growth?
Like a monthly tracking sheet.
Yeah.
I have an old one, but it's outdated. I can send
You,
it to
what
you.
was that?
I have an old Excel spreadsheet from when we did like how many people are following us on social, how many people are in our emails. We don't really do those, but I have an old sheet if you want me to send it to you.
Hey, awesome.
Something
Take it.
to start off with.
That'd be actually super helpful, thank you.
Okay.
And then what about a flyer? Who does flyers?
I can work on the brochure.
Yeah, because we have a whole package of the fonts, the colors, the logo, like that's already downloaded to our Canvas. So I think keeping it with the same look as our Instagram is important.
I did have an opportunity to sit with Lauren Nickel and talk to her the other day about, she's from the Fresno Economic Development Committee, right?
Yes.
Department, yeah. And we did talk about this. There's a million things that they can do for us, and it's not all at a cost. But this program that she is talking about, that is the chamber's kind of talking to her too.
Yeah.
And there's possible that we could share a cost share, and possibly the city could even cost share with us a little bit on that too. We'll see. The numbers that she gave me the day, it was just an informal meeting. I did not like. I was not shocked at all. I was like, oh, okay. All right, we bought trash cans last year. This is nothing. It just depends that if we want her to come in and give us like a full-on professional
Yeah.
Discussion on it, and then we could at that time decide if it would be something that financially we would want to be involved with. To me, it really would help retails and restaurants. Not so much professional, so I don't know that it's serving our entirety, our entirety in district, but maybe there's some folks who would be interested. I mean, it'd be interesting to know how many insurance customers there are that live in our town that they don't have. Maybe, I don't know. That would be something that maybe some people from those industries might want to know. But she's more than welcome to come and send us a link to look at everything, or come and discuss things with us. And there's a lot of different plans that you can do, not just like it's this much money. So I just met with her informally, and I was like, if you guys are interested in hearing her, we can invite her to come. If you're not, we could also sit down and Has she presented formally to the chamber? Yeah, and Quinn knows a ton about it too. So, did I miss something? I'm sure I did. I did? Okay, all right. There you go. It is something, and I could probably just even get some written literature from her or a link for you guys. Maybe I'll get the link and I'll send it to Abigail and email it to you and you can kind of read it. The money was not, like, it's not going to break our budget for the year, anything like that. And it may have some, but I'm going to be the person who's not on this board right now, and I'm going to tell you, I know I'm busy on Fridays from 3 to 5. I know that Swedish Festival, I'm going to be closed aside from prom. I mean, when you're in retail or you're in a restaurant, you know your trends and you know your waves. You may not know where those folks are, I do. You may not know where those folks are coming from. It might be interesting for you guys to see, but you interact with your folks too.
We do. It's very interesting. We have a lot of people that come from Clovis and Visalia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Say?
Yeah, it's definitely this destination city vibe that we've all been working so hard on, and like we always say we just want them to park on one side of the street and enjoy the whole downtown. Like that's because nobody wants to go to one place,
Right.
They want to meet their friends here, especially when they're coming to meet somewhere in the middle. And our location right off the 99 is ideal for that. And we like yesterday, we had a ton of people from Reedley for whatever reason. It was just a day. And not that we want to ever see our neighboring cities fall. The more these places are closing, the more people are coming here to do their business and retail and restaurant, because that small town vibe is kind of diminishing in other places. So we're kind of the place to go because there's not a lot of options, but also because we built it to be a nice place to be. A little bit of both.
So I think my recommendation to you guys right now would be for me just to get with her and send you guys some email links so you can read it, because she's a pretty busy lady. And if you guys are interested at that point, then she can come in and talk to us, and also see how far Chamber's going to go with it, and see if they're going to go into it. They're trying to implement it into their growth zone package. So we'll see, we'll see how it works for them, and then
one of our events.
Yeah.
To see, where people come from.
Yeah. So, and events for us isn't really like a great indicator because a lot of us are, not fully open those days. Are you open those days?
Oh, downtown events, we're usually open later. We're open longer, yeah. It just depends. There's not any event we don't participate in, I don't think.
I participate,
but also,
not in that way.
Yeah, but also we don't have to stack with prom and other stuff.
Yeah.
So I could see you're going to have to choose where to be physically at some point for some of these things. I don't know why they all have to overlap.
It's all good.
But they do.
It's all good because if it wasn't prom, it would be pancake batter too. So
Yeah.
I have 80 Lions members rolling through my place all that Saturday morning, and Swedish people in costumes coming to get flat. I mean, it's a whole thing. So it's all good. So it's all good.
It's just part of it.
Yeah, they come and clean up my place on Monday. I don't care. So.
But I agree with what you're saying as far as like most of these businesses, we're pretty familiar with our trends. We're kind of tracking it on our own. We have a loyalty program, so that really helps us keep track of things.
So if we do go out and talk to folks within our district about the possibility of using this, I think it would be an important thing to say, we understand that you know your business. It is just one more tool that you might want to add to your arsenal, So anyway, that's my
I told
2 cents on that.
Julie, I'm happy to talk to like the non-retail businesses.
Perfect. Me too. I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, so we're ready to move on from that. We've got some plans to get going on. It'd be awesome if we had a little bit of this before Swedish Festival. Well, it'd be awesome if we could have it before Car Show, because that's a big weekend. But that's only 6 weeks, right?
Yeah.
We could do it in 6 weeks.
17th.
It's a flyer and a walk around in 6 weeks. We can do it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Item number 3, Christmas Tree Corner. Sponsor member Carrasco, possible action.
I'm going to defer to Lauren Cooper.
Great.
Okay, so we need enough trees for 11 corners, since we're not including Larson's corner. So per the invoice that we ordered last year, to complete 11 corners, we need to order 5 9-foot trees and 7 4-foot trees. I know you guys talked about some pricing last.
I brought invoices last time.
I would just, pricing wise, I would say, whatever you think is going to last. I trust, you know,
Yeah.
you order the trees, you deal with these companies.
There's a few old ones too. I would really like to go see the trees because there's a few old ones out there. I was like, how did that make it back into the rotation?
So there wasn't enough new trees at all, so the old trees, they pulled, and they need to go.
The little ones,
That's why we.
the little ones that are non-colored.
And they installed different, well, actually, same heights instead of doing the 3 different heights. So Lauren was talking about maybe somehow being more on the ground with Public Works to install, if they could let
So,
us come
Once
and
we
help
get
with
these
that.
trees ordered and they're in the warehouse and we can get those old trees out, but yes, they put in 5 and 7 trees that were old, because we didn't have those 5 and 7 to complete, so that's where the old trees came from last year.
So I was thinking the other day that what we need to do is, just a suggestion, is like, if we have a map for Public Works and each corner is numbered and each tree is numbered,
Okay.
and then we can do a metal tag. Just do a metal tag that stays in there year to year to year. This is corner number 1. So we have 3 trees for corner number 1, 3 trees for corner number 2. And so there's no guessing. And if they're wrong, then we can clearly say, hey, 2 needs to go down to 2, not in 5.
Definitely.
A little more
I don't-
direction for them.
I don't know if they store the trees back in the original box. If they're not storing the trees back in the original box, of course, you wouldn't know if it was a 9-foot tree or a 12,
Right.
or a 9-foot tree or a 7.5-foot tree, because those look very similar. But then when you put them up on the corner, you can tell.
Yeah.
But then they're already up, so they're not going to want to take them down and put them on a different corner. So I do think numbering them, as in like 1, 2, 3. Okay, we need a 1, a 2, and a 3.
No.
Or
no,
just
no,
1,
they-
1, 1.
All these trees have number 1 on them. So they have, these 3 trees go in corner number 1.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. All these 3 trees only go in corner number 2.
Okay, that's
You got to
fine.
take it down, way down.
That works.
Way down, very,
Yeah.
very simple.
Yeah, number
And
one.
even if we put signs, this is corner number 1, this is corner number 2, a little sign in the actual corner.
And it won't even matter what corner they go on, as long as all 3 trees match the same number. It could be, corner number 1 could be any corner you want, as long as 1, 1, 1 is together.
Yes,
3, 3, 3 is
agree.
together. You don't even have to label the corners.
Yeah.
As long as you have 3 trees with
But if
matching
somebody
numbers.
misunderstands you, and this is number 1, and then they're gonna put a number 1 here and a number 1 there, and then they think they're gonna have a number 2 and a number 2 and a number 2, like, I'm serious, you need to take it down to very basics. This
Yeah,
is
so-
corner number 1, all 3, there's only those 3 trees in corner number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And when these trees get
I do a
delivered,
lot of
I'd be
this
willing to
logistics.
go down there and sort through trees and number them and get that figured out with these
Right.
guys. So, yeah, that's what we need to move forward with our Christmas tree
okay, so
corners.
we need to order these now,
It's already approved, so.
okay, because tariffs are gonna hit, and they're gonna go up 22%, I just got the letter,
Oh, okay.
or
Yes.
the email, I see.
Well, yes, we are ready to order if we
Okay.
do the 5 9-foot and 7 4-foot.
Okay. I'm gonna look into see how if we can squeak out a little bit more, and I might order a couple extra, just because if we have to replace some next year, I don't know if we're still gonna be in this 22% up or not.
Also, can we donate the oldest ones, get them out of the mix, give them to all these schools that want them for Christmas parades,
Yeah,
and just be done with them? The ones that are not even scrappable,
Right.
So that way they're not even in rotation. They can't pull them by accident because they don't exist.
right. And then also too, I'm gonna order you ribbon and everything right now too, because that's all going up too.
That's
So
good.
is it okay if it's all the same? Or do you guys want like 3 different ones?
I would like to keep a mixture of green, red, and gold. If
Okay.
we have a mixture, I'm fine with it all the same, as long as it's not like an all red tree or an all green tree. Yeah, I feel like when we had a mixture of it last year, it was good. Right? Is that what we talked about, Amanda?
Yeah, just kind of keeping like a cohesive vibe throughout the trees. I think that's the goal. So
Yeah.
whatever colors that they can match all the trees versus like a dark red or, maroon or something.
Uh-huh.
They're all red and green and gold. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe we have enough lights to put on the new trees.
If we want to use those.
Well, they're already on the other trees.
Yeah, because Leslie even suggested getting the warm
white.
versus the cool.
If we have it in our budget, I prefer the warm white over the cool, but I don't know. I would think that, what did we put on the trees last year? I would say we probably need 3 strands for.
You need a little bit more strands than what you guys have, because when the music is really intricate, the trees
Yeah.
don't dance.
Yeah.
They don't involve.
Yeah, and I think you have 5 outlets per those boxes. I think you have enough for 5 in the control boxes, enough for 5 strands.
Enough for 5 strands.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
because
big one definitely needs 3 on it.
it needs like 6. I mean, I'll come help. I'm gonna tell you, the old trees, we probably did 8 strands per tree.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because when the music plays at night, if you don't have enough strands in there, then it's dark for a good chunk of the time, because it doesn't pick up all the beats of the music. It's a whole.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So the more ports you have in that box that are connected in there, then that's that many more dancing tones to the lights.
Oh, okay. I see.
So, Craig told me I had to go help put lights on. I was like, well, so do you then. So we're gonna come help you guys do lights.
Okay,
'Cause we
great.
needed a few more, and I know it's a big job.
We'll take
So.
your recommendation for how many per tree.
Yeah, because the more you have, and also too, there's a constant light too, so that even when the music isn't playing, then they're lit, and we didn't have that last year.
Yes,
I think
some
it might have
corners
been-
had them and some didn't.
Right. Right. We also need to get in negotiations next month with Media Foundation to get all those corners corrected,
Sounds good.
because he gets really busy and then he can't get it done. So we need to put that on our agenda for next month. Okay. All right. Well, Abigail, I will order and get with you on that, okay? Christmas is coming. Okay. Let me tell you, every day I open my email and there's another tariff email and I'm just like, blah. So, okay, moving on. Item number 4, bid business survey.
So, I think we pretty much talked about that with Julianne. I reworded per our last board meeting the questions, eliminated some of the questions, and added, how can you come alongside with bid to improve the downtown corridor? So I think just working with you, getting this together with the brochure as an insert, I think is how we should handle that one. Because a lot of the things that I have on here, you're already talking about too, so.
Thank you for doing that.
Is this like the final list of questions? Because the last 3 are very conversational, and I'd like to see the first 2 not in writing, and perhaps just like a part of conversation.
Because my question is, are we thinking are we going in there to give information? The first 2 could come across like a pop quiz, like we're challenging, what do they know? First is providing information. I like the last 3 because they're like conversations
Well, and I'm just
versus the
picturing,
first 2.
like you said with the flyer, right? I walk into a business, I am Teresa Nino, I'm with Bid, and I'm stopping by today because Fika Friday is coming up, and I don't know if you've ever heard that we even do these, or we haven't seen you, and we'd love to see you. Or come Tuesday at 8 a.m. with your coffee and sit in one of our meetings, you know, and here's all the things, here's its history, and here's what we do, and here's what we've done, and here's our accomplishments, and here's some great opportunities you might be missing out on.
Well, the other thing too is that it is, some of it is gonna be like how, like you said, making it conversational, so you don't have to go and say, okay,
Number
Yeah.
one,
I have 5 questions for you
Yeah.
today.
Right, because I think if you go in with that flyer and with that intention, then somebody's gonna say, oh, I had never heard of the bid, but I know I pay my fee every year.
I just think
that's
people are
what they
gonna
say,
write
right?
nothing, like they're not going to,
Right.
because if they have strong feelings one way or the
They're
other,
gonna tell you.
yeah, we may ever.
Okay, so I
And then
think
my
we-
question is, what number 3? What we're looking for? What are we going to do based on the results of number 3? That's my question. Is like, what are we gaining from that question? I'm hoping if they have their business downtown, they would want to recommend downtown. You know, like they're invested in the downtown culture and success and environment.
Oh, because technically, like number 3, you would say, this would be a question for a shopper, not a business.
Yeah, but these are business owner questions,
Okay,
right?
so I think we could get rid of 1 and 2 and say, but, because we are going in there to be informative, so we are going to inform them what the bid does. We're not gonna ask them, what does the bid do, because a lot of them aren't gonna know, so we're gonna inform them. And we're also going to inform them what the bid does for their business, along with, so those are more informative, so we can cross them out, those 2 out of asking. We're not gonna ask them those, right?
right,
The third one, I think we can cross out because we wouldn't ask a business that, we would ask a client or a shopper that. So I would like to see 3 crossed off. But, and then we can move on to the next 2. Oh yeah, then we can be informative, let them know, hey, did you know? Exactly asking them, did you know? Bid started a monthly Fika Friday. And I feel like that's a good way to start conversation with the business. And then we can let them know when the next one is to come.
On the number 3, the one thing you could ask is, do you feel comfortable referring to your partner businesses down, you know, all, I don't know, or not, but if we did
Well,
want to
that's what I'm
include
sitting
that,
here thinking.
is saying, you know, do you feel comfortable, or do you, is that something that you generally do, or is,
I
Or
feel
do you
like
have certain businesses that you
work
refer
closely
people
with?
to
Yeah.
consistently? Are there certain businesses that you'd like to work with more in town? How can we connect you with?
or one thing that I thought of would be, say there's an empty space downtown somewhere. Would you feel comfortable recommending that business to come downtown?
I don't know if it's comfortable to recommend. I don't like that. I like, would you be interested in the opportunity to help another person join entrepreneurship? Or would you be likely to partner with a young entrepreneur to bring in a new business, or, you know, foster the spirit of cooperation amongst businesses, or, I don't know.
That's great, but if they say
Yeah.
yes, what are we doing? with
right.
that?
That's
Yeah.
my
What
like,
are we doing with that?
what is the takeaway?
Okay,
from
then
it?
we're gonna hook you up with Jolene,
Right,
who's
exactly.
constantly headhunting businesses.
Yeah, I mean, spaces are filled
And-
before they're empty.
Yeah.
And I think there's an additional cost to doing business downtown. So if businesses don't like being downtown, they may not stay down here. You know what I mean? Like, if they don't want to be down here, they probably won't stay long. And if they're here, they probably do like being downtown, because we all pay more to be downtown.
Can I just ask what, I think maybe thinking like, what's your purpose for asking that question? What are you gonna do with the information? Because when I read that, I'm thinking you wanna know why they're telling people to come downtown. And maybe the question needs to be, when you're telling your friends or other people to come downtown, what are you telling them to come for? Like, that's, would give you more information. Is it the restaurants? Is it the retail? Is it the Christmas trees? Like,
Is it
I don't know.
nightlife? Is it?
So what are you gonna do with the answers?
Right, that's what
Might
I'm
be
trying to
like,
figure out.
why, like,
Yeah.
phrase the question on what you're gonna do with the answers. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Like,
Or
to
what
get
do you
the
enjoy
information
most
that you
about being
need.
Yeah.
located downtown? About your business being located downtown?
What part of downtown? Okay, what part of downtown culture do you embrace the most? What part of downtown culture do you
Is most
encourage
beneficial
people
to
to
your
enjoy?
business?
I don't know.
I don't know what that means, though.
What? Downtown culture? So our downtown culture is like, why do you come downtown? Do you come down for great shopping? Do you come down for nightlife?
see what
Do you
you're
come
saying.
for,
That's your
like,
question.
we're building a culture.
Why do you come downtown?
Yeah, why?
Why do you
Yeah.
come
Or
downtown?
how about why do you like having your business located
Yeah.
downtown?
Oh, yeah, it's because we're not asking
Yeah.
the shopper,
Yeah.
we're asking.
Yeah, we're asking
Yeah,
the
the
business.
business.
They might say because I signed a 10-year lease and I'm stuck here. You know? They might say I'm obsessed with Swedish music. Yeah, we open our doors every day for a reason. So
I like the why do you like having your business downtown? Because then they're going to say something positive about
Right.
being
It's the way you
downtown
frame it,
that
yeah.
probably links to the bid.
yeah, exactly. And we can say, oh, remember that you like the trees? We do the trees. But also, there's businesses that don't benefit from events, so it's going to be a different answer for everyone. So it'd be good to know kind
Well,
of a
and
poll.
if we get a little, I mean, we're gonna get a little bit of pushback at some point from someone, and that's okay. I mean.
Oh, no, we
because
do.
Yeah,
That's
so,
my point.
yeah, I know, that's what you said, you've had the experience with it. And I think that's when you really, it's like, if someone is dissatisfied, the most important thing they can do is then get involved. And so, I think that's what you use that for, is if this is something you're dissatisfied with, then let me invite you to help better the process and be a part of the improvements you'd like to see. Because it's easy to complain if you don't spend your time, right, and money.
Very much so.
Okay. So we're gonna keep question number 4, question number 5, and we're gonna add in, what do you like about having your business? What are the most positive aspects of having your business downtown? Within the district, it should be within the district.
Yeah, what are the benefits?
In the downtown corridor.
Yeah, or, yeah. And then a little caveat, come along and help us to improve
I
your
think
downtown.
5 could say, here is how you can come along. Or this brochure is how.
Okay. All right, Miss Penny. Next time it's for surezies. Third time's charm. But I mean, it just shows that we're like thinking about it.
Yeah.
We're not just willy-nillying it, saying, yeah, that's good, let's go,
Because if you bring up the question, that means that you have a plan for
Right.
whatever the answer is. So I think it's really important the questions are right.
Yeah. If you go in the principal's office, you better have an answer. Just saying. Okay, item number 5, spring activities, Chairman Carpenter. Okay. So I know we have the car show, 19th, third Saturday, May, that's also Easter weekend. So, I know that, our businesses downtown, our retail and restaurants will be open that day. What time does the car show end?
Like
3?
3, yeah.
3, okay. Also too, I've noticed that, Deli Costa is open on Sundays now, and, Roadhouse is gonna be open on Sundays now, and so,
Loving Seed is open on
Loving
Sundays
Seed's
and
op-
Bowl Bistro.
And Bowl Bistro. Mhm. So.
And we are too.
And you guys
And
are
you're on
too,
Sundays.
so like, I don't know, I could be open on Sundays, but if we wanna encourage maybe a few folks to like give it that 4 or 5 hour window of being open, maybe get a few strollers. There are a lot of people that go for a walk after churches and stuff.
Yeah, Casaro's too. It's really
Yeah,
busy on
Casaro's, yeah,
Sundays.
so,
Toshiko's is too.
yeah.
Oh, there you go.
And I bet you.
Maybe
Toshiko's-
I bet
a
it's
social
open.
media
I bet,
post, like what to do on Sundays. Because I think there's there's a
That's a really good
perception that the town is closed on Sundays. It used to be and Mondays. So that maybe we're clearly trying to figure out who's open. So a post could be cool.
So we need to encourage folks to come down on Sundays and just kind of give them a reason to, even if they ride
Yeah,
their,
give them a reason.
bikes or something down.
Yeah, 'cause I think Pelicans is on Sundays too.
Yeah, and the weather's getting nice, and there's pictures at Larson's, and yeah, get an ice cream at Bella. Are they open on Sundays?
No.
No, but Pelicans is.
Oh, it
Yeah.
ends at 4, or it ends at the car show?
I think it ends at 3.
Oh, okay.
Awards at 3? Awards at 3.
And it's quick, like then it's done, cleaned up, and you wouldn't even know what happened if you came at 5,
Yeah.
By 5 o'clock, roads are back open.
Yeah. And you missed it.
Then the next big thing downtown would be Laura's on May 10th. The You Matter. So that is Mother's Day weekend, and we'll have a lot of people in town and encourage. And I don't know if you folks got emails from her about sponsoring booths or not yesterday, but I did. There you go. Yeah, for sponsoring booths. There's a lot of, and I would encourage folks in our bid there, if you're listening, there are a lot of levels to support. Some of them are $50, right? Like $50 to support a whole booth.
And I'm
you
trying
get
to
your-
send out updates of what's been taken. Last night I got 3 more emails, so I'll send out an update today. I'm also finding out that some of the emails, because I think it's the bid list that I have, are coming back that they're not accurate, so I'll get with Abby on that.
Okay.
But I have hard
Does
copies.
Abby have, or do you have, things that Quinn can post? Graphics that Quinn can post?
Quinn and I are already in conversation.
Okay.
He reached out to
All right.
me.
Alrighty. And then after that, there is a Taste of Culture in April on, I forget the day, that we can help support that. And then Swedish Festival. And I know the Swedish Festival Committee is still looking for sponsors for different things for the Cultural Village. The city graciously helped donate to improve the Cultural Village for the Swedish Festival. And I know the Chamber is looking for anybody that can help. And there's a Swedish Festival Committee with Steve and Sharon. Don't bombard Barbara, because she's just going to tell you, I don't know what they need exactly. Go talk to the powers to be that know where they need feet on the ground. And I know that they're still seeking sponsors for that too. And do you guys need volunteers for that, Tam?
Yeah, we're still looking for
They're still looking.
volunteers,
Yeah,
yes.
still looking for volunteers on that day.
Because June's Cultural Village, she needs a lot of volunteers. I mean, they're running all the different games and everything, and her family there isn't enough to help.
Yeah.
On May 10th, I'm sorry to
you're
interrupt
fine.
you, for You Matter Day, one of the reasons we did start it was the conversation with the Swedish Festival and needing volunteers. So I was going to talk to Chamber about having a booth where there's just signups, because it's the Saturday before Swedish Festival, where
We're talking about that.
you can get people to sign up and commit, 'cause it's like only a week
Yes.
ahead of time, so
After
you'll
your
have follow through.
presentation, we're discussing that.
Good.
Do you guys have T-shirts this year for Swedish Festival?
No. Just car show.
Okay. All right. And then after that, do we have anything else? Do we want to add something? Has anybody thought about us adding something into the mix? Because I know April and May are pretty booked. We did line dancing a few years ago in June. Or even a spring stroll one evening, like make it easy.
We keep getting people asking me, how about that ladies' night out? You guys don't do that anymore. So that seems like the most requested traditional downtown event. And a spring stroll sounds pretty fun. We could end up at the wine bar.
There you go, that's right.
Like, you know.
The bid board members might have a special.
I mean, let's look at the calendar.
Yeah, we get a lot on the ladies' night, people asking like, is that ever gonna happen
Yeah.
again?
And because we do a lot of in-store events, but they really do want that community feeling. They want to go from business to business to business.
Yeah.
And I think that's so fun.
I think the hardest part, some feedback I got about the ladies' night out, was that businesses had to give each person something, which was harder for the gym to do,
Right.
you know, or what, so that was some feedback I had got when we
The swag
had
bag
ladies' night out, is that they are having to give 300 people, or whoever, I don't think 300 show up for it, sorry.
Oh
but-
yeah, there's 3.
Oh, okay, there's 300?
Or maybe
yeah.
we do our own
Oh, yeah.
version of it, just something that feels like a ladies' night out, but it doesn't have to be.
I
the
love
same
the
format.
idea of it, I
Or
just
like,
don't know
Even
how.
if they
Even like the
String
old
of beads.
fashioned,
I know.
yeah,
Yeah.
the shop hop, which doesn't have to be a shop, just the name, where you get the punch card, and every time you visit someone, you get a punch, and it doesn't have to be just a shop. It's just like a stroll, like a downtown stroll, spring stroll.
And then you could have like a drawing at the end for whoever has all their little punches. Or
Exactly.
I do like that. And that could be a more donation thing like we've done in the past.
Yeah, like the
For
big gift
baskets.
basket. One big prize at the end, or something like that. And
And
then
the
you're not
trolley run
donating.
that night.
Yeah, the trolley's fun. You're not donating 300 items. You're donating one good product or gift card
Okay, I'm gonna play the game. What night does Little League play?
every night, actually.
Every night?
Yeah, Monday
Okay.
through Friday.
Softball's only on Saturdays, right?
Yeah,
I think about all these things.
yeah.
So it's just Little League, we would be in competition because we're not swimming yet, swim practice, but, yeah. And high school, yeah, we just, baseball's whenever, so. So really, there's not that much interference.
Thursdays was the day in the past.
Mm-hmm.
We do a lot of Thursday events too.
So so today is the 4th, so 4 weeks out would be Thursday, 5 weeks out would be Thursday the 8th. I mean, Thursday the 10th, sorry.
That's the only day I couldn't do it. I'm actually hosting a campaign kickoff for the county superintendent of schools at the wine room.
Okay. What about Thursday the 3rd? Because that's just right after the first of the month.
There's a Reagan play that night.
Okay, what about Tuesday the 8th? Or you probably don't want to do it on the 17th.
Yeah.
That's just 2 days before the car show
That's spring.
And it's spring break.
and it's
yeah.
spring break. And then you could go to the last,
The 24th.
the 24th.
Then it's closer to Mother's Day, you can link it into something like that if it's for women.
Yeah, I like that. I think the 24th.
Or you could do May 1st, like May Day, I don't know.
Oh, May Day. No one does that anymore.
If they don't. Like kick off May.
Yeah, like you said, like a May Day spring
Yeah.
stroll kind
May
of
Day
thing.
spring soiree. Spring stroll. I like the stroll.
I know, it feels like very Bridgerton.
Hey, there's your theme right there.
There's your theme.
Yeah, seriously, right?
That's fun.
I've been wanting to do a Bridgerton party so bad, so that's so awesome.
It was on your mind,
Yeah.
yeah. I like it. So, in the past, it's been a ticketed event. I like the idea of this is just a big old open house. Everybody comes, no ticket, because a ticket equaled the swag bag, so you're gonna cut the swag bag.
Right.
And then we just do the raffle is the goal.
Was the punch card,
Punch card.
businesses going on the punch card?
Anybody that wants to participate will have a deadline to participate, and then in order to participate, you drop off your raffle item, then you go on the punch card, something like that.
Can we have them register without paying? Yes, dear.
I
Yeah.
just got, Barbara's listening, and she just sent me a message. May 2nd is the Golden Standard Mortgage.
Oh, yes.
Open house on this, big event.
Yeah, they're having their big open house that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
But is
meeting
it
with Amber
daytime?
today.
Is
On
it
May
daytime
2nd.
or night?
No, it's in the evening. I think it starts at 5.
On the Friday night.
Yeah, Friday night. Yeah.
Oh, but we were talking about Thursday.
Yeah, we're talking
First.
Thursday. I would kind of like it to see it in April,
I think the 24th is great then.
Okay.
just because May is so jam-packed,
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it is, yeah.
you know, and I don't want to take away from Laura's thing or Mother's Day and everybody has so much in the month of May. I mean, kids that have prom kids, kids that have, you know, you're starting graduation runs, you're starting all of that kind of stuff. So if we want to, okay, so this is going to be a quick little throw together, and that's when the best things happen.
Yeah, because we're not going to overthink it. We're just
That's
going to
right.
put it there and
So, do we want to call it a spring stroll?
I like that.
And that doesn't really necessarily indicate all women, or do we want to gear it towards marketing towards women?
I don't think we have to say unless you want to.
But isn't the feedback, though, is that they're missing the ladies' night out? Because I get the same feedback. Everyone's like, what happened to it? Why do they not do it? So could we,
Well, if we do a Bridgerton theme, then we,
I mean,
think
it-
that makes, I mean,
it does seem
Also-
obvious for, this is catered or geared towards women, but could we say ladies' night out, spring stroll? Or spring stroll, ladies' night out?
yeah, whatever.
Can we add that, just?
Fine with me.
Okay.
Maybe we could put like, grab your girls for a string stroll.
Grab your ladies and stroll
Yeah.
downtown. Stroll downtown. Deadline for businesses to say yes to participate.
2 weeks before, was that enough time?
April 10th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or 11th, since it's the Friday.
Okay. Can they drop off items with you? Okay, so to participate, bring a product or gift card valued at
Your choice.
$50. Well, if someone brings, I don't know, what do you think? Does any value at all? Or do we want to do like $40 or something?
Doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
I think you're right, though, like, put it, like, I mean, 25 or 30 or 40 something, so that you don't.
Yeah, I think there needs to be a
Because like a
value.
$10 gift card is
Yeah.
gonna feel a little bit like you can't really buy much.
And I think maybe it'll help then you know you don't have to do 100. We're looking for something like this.
Yeah,
40 sounds great.
yeah, I think that's,
Are we,
And
if we have X amount of donations by, X date, could we do 2 baskets?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
could break
you know,
them apart.
to-
Yeah, for sure,
Right,
yeah.
multiple baskets
Yeah.
if we can.
Yeah, one year we did 3 with
Okay.
the holiday kickoff. We did the same kind of idea.
Okay.
And we did tickets, like, not a purchase a ticket, but raffle tickets, like.
Okay.
and to
Carol.
Leslie's point about registering, is that gonna be? like-
I think register by bringing in your gift to Abigail.
But I mean, I'm sorry, let me be more clear. For participants, are we gonna do that? Is that what you were talking about?
So
So that
that's
way we know.
twofold. If they registered, no cost, but if they registered for it, we would have a ticket and we'd also have an email to email mark it with.
Yeah,
Okay, we could do like a Google Doc that's like RSVP, but we also don't want people to not come because they didn't
Right.
RSVP.
This is true.
But I like the idea of,
maybe we give
Well,
them a, maybe
or
we give
when
them a
they
s-
turn in their card, we
Yeah,
can
with
have them
their
put their
email.
name and email.
Yeah,
So we can contact the winner via email, and we can share that with everybody,
yeah.
yeah.
with
Okay.
all the participants, can get an email list.
Okay.
Okay, so
Or
bring,
maybe it's like if you do pre-register to attend, you are entered into the drawing.
an extra.
Or
bonus
you get an
entry.
extra one, or something like that, so that, because probably does have to be some reason since they're not paying.
Yeah, or you just show up
Yeah,
and then gather. What time frame for the event?
5:30 to 9:30, 4 hours. Is 9:30 too late? 9? 9.
6 to 9?
5:30 to 9? I like 5:30. 6 seems a, I mean, it's not late, but
I
it,
was gonna say till like 8. Do you think we're gonna be? short
5:30 to
until
8:30?
9?
let's
On
do
a
that.
Thursday, 9's my
Yeah, 5 to 8, 6 to 8, 5:30 to 8:30.
Well, last time I did this, I had to kick people
And then
out
if
of
you get your late night crowd, they can hang with you, but at least everybody doesn't have to.
At least
do-
everyone else is gone.
Yeah.
Well, and the time's really gonna be the deadline to turn in your punch card.
Yeah, they can
Right?
hang.
Right.
Like you said, people are gonna stay or they'll
Yeah.
stay, but like, a deadline, so if you're a business owner, I'm okay to shut my door because nobody else is gonna come by with a punch card.
yeah, that's a
Right.
good one.
Yeah,
So I think 8's fine.
Yeah, because we'll be open till
Or
10.
5:30 to 8:30.
so we'll tell everybody to head your way. Maybe that's where they turn in their cards. Maybe
yeah, 'cause
intentionally
because
that's
we're
the
open
end.
the latest, probably.
Yeah, yeah. And then we can close at whatever time, send our employees or us home. put our kids to
I
bed.
think we do like, till 8, so hopefully we get businesses to participate, because they're gonna have to have someone there until 8, you know?
Yeah, and it's actually better to have a shorter time because then you can have the most flow of people at the same time, and that creates like a feeling that there was a large turnout and they can all gravitate and stay as late as they want. 5:30 to 8.
Okay.
I like it.
I took your idea and put it in ChatGPT. Do you want to hear what it said?
Yes.
Blossoms in Bridgerton, a spring stroll through downtown. Description. Yeah. Gather your girlfriends and step into spring with Blossoms in Bridgerton on May 1st. Enjoy, or whatever date. Enjoy a delightful evening strolling through downtown, exploring charming local businesses, exclusive shopping deals, and special treats, all with a touch of Bridgerton flair. Sip, shop, and soak in the season and just celebrate community connection and a night out made just for you.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I sent it to us, yes.
Saved us so much time.
Done.
Can you
Thank-
email that to us?
I texted it to Leslie.
Okay.
So beautiful. I know.
I'll send it to Abby.
Quinn's like, I'm not
I
rewriting
use
that.
ChatGPT like 10 times a day.
That would be really fun. I think that sounds good.
My son just turned me on to that like 2 weeks ago, so it's great.
Similarly, in San Luis, like years ago, they have this flower competition on their windows, and so every business that wanted to participate had like hand painted flowers on their window, and so when you walked downtown or down just in Slow, you could see this kind of flower garden type of vibe. It was really fun, and they had a hashtag.
Yeah, we could maybe suggest that
Yeah.
as a window,
Competition.
not necessarily a competition, but just like you're participating. If you have
Yeah.
flowers in your window, whether it be
Yeah.
fake flowers, live flowers, or
yeah.
painted flowers,
Yeah.
that would be
That's
an
fun.
indication that you were participating in the thing.
Cool. That sounds good.
That we could do that. That'd be fun, and it would be really pretty.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Okay, I'm gonna ask one more thing too then. That night, we all wear our bid name tags.
Perfect.
Yes.
Wear a bid name tag. Do we need something? We need
No, I
a
was gonna
couple.
say, okay, I'm like, either that or I'll just handwrite it. I'll put it on my hand, I don't know. Get a sticker. Get one of these. Yeah, exactly.
Get a little
Hello.
sticker with your name on it.
What
Can we meet and kind of pull this all together?
We'll have an
Not as an
April
We
meeting.
official-
can't meet.
We'll have an April meeting.
Yeah, we have an April meeting. We can't meet. We can't all congregate together.
Oh, I was,
You guys can have a meeting off you don't have, you can have an extra meeting, that's
Yeah.
like this agendized and
Yeah.
everything, so.
But we can have a meeting where we're in here talking.
Yeah, well, like this, where there's an agenda and it's open to the public. and-
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, do we need another?
Unless you do like a subcommittee.
Well, we
of
still
less
have
of a
to-
quorum, so that would be three
Still have an
people.
April meeting.
And they would report to the
April.
Right.
board.
I think
And
we'll
then
be
we're
okay
doing
because
it
we
on-
have
I
a
think we
meeting
email
on the
communicate
2nd of
between
April.
each other. We
Or
can pull this
1st,
off.
April 1st. Yeah, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because our next meeting,
Just need who's gonna put the punch card together.
I can work on this like stuff today.
I can work with you to get the punch card.
Perfect.
And do we wanna do something for social media? to send
Yeah,
to Quinn?
definitely
Do we
some
want
type of
Quinn?
an invitation.
All we really need is a couple ladies strolling.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, we have a picture
need
of
a
ladies
video.
strolling.
No. We need a video.
But like a real.
Like
Okay.
a reel of us strolling and
You have
popping
some
into
B-roll of
places.
Olivia walking downtown,
Yeah.
something like that.
It would be nice to get a couple of you on camera explaining the event. You know,
Yeah.
we have the graphic obviously too. the
And
description,
read
but
Laura's
also-
description.
In full Bridgerton regalia.
oh, absolutely,
Yes,
costumes
exactly.
and costumes and
I'm like, y'all just threw this down.
Yeah,
Where do we get that?
With your name tags.
we can, hey, we've got time, thrift stores we've got time. And really all we need, what do we need? A parasol? We just need
Yeah, I know, I'm like, oh my gosh.
So
Are you
go
gonna
for
shop
like
for
a-
us too?
I don't think we have to post the invite too soon. He could just add it. He could update the spring thing and maybe just put it, and then
definitely add in, I don't want to say costume, but dress.
yeah,
Oh, there's got to be a way to say it without doing costume, but dress
like
for the event, you know?
Yeah, theme attire encouraged.
There you go, there you go. theme and.
I mean, we could even do one of the baskets for that.
Oh, a best dress.
Best dress kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yes, I think we did that with Ladies Night Out. Whatever our theme was that night, we
Oh,
did
that's
have
fun.
best dressed.
Okay.
Because remember that one time it was the '80s, and I won. Just saying.
Okay. And they could even vote on favorite window. Like the people that are participating could vote. That'd be kind of fun.
You can buy a Bridgerton dress on Amazon for $59.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Great.
Double as a Halloween costume.
There you go. We'll all be the same for Halloween.
What were we doing? Okay,
And then add an
punch card
apron. We can wear them
window.
for Swedish Festival.
Theme. Theme.
Okay, so I'll take care of the trolley.
Okay, I'll work on the punch card and some type of info.
I want to be on the punch card.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Oh, can our invite kind of look like the Lady Whistletown?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, that's okay. I have an idea. What if Quinn does this like reel, and then we have a voiceover? Like, you are cordially invited. You could probably even get Chat GBT to
gentle
do.
readers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Dear
Exactly.
gentle shoppers.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Dear
Yes.
gentle shoppers.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Okay, this will be fun. Look what happens when we have all these ladies in the same group.
Oh, here comes Quinn.
I'm a Bridgerton fan myself. So I like it. I think it's a great idea. No, I think that's great. We'll talk later and figure out the details. But yeah. Are we good?
Yes, you're good.
Please kick us
Talk
off.
about this part of planning for a while. Stop us now.
Jorge Cal Euphoria, he volunteered, or not volunteered, but he offered to come back for the Swedish Festival to promote it. So it would be the same sort of cost as last year if you guys are interested in doing that. He requires a $500 stipend for travel and lodging. My thought is we could put him in. So I'm running the downtown Swedish Loft now, which is the Airbnb right above Cup of Joy Heritage. So I'd be willing to front that cost for the 3 nights of stay that he does. So you get the bid wouldn't have to cover that. So it would just be the $500 travel stipend. That would be the cost. And then, yeah, what you're getting out of that is sort of the same products that we got out of the last one, which for those who weren't aware, he did a reel or two, a couple stories, a photo collage, and then all that stuff can all be obviously reused, throughout the year like I do now, resharing it and whatnot.
And he just reshared us not too long ago, too.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, because sometimes he'll reuse that footage to make other reels. Like I think he did a best small towns in California, and then he put Kingsburg back in there. So it's been a good relationship so far working with him. I think we saw, like, just that day alone, we saw a spike in followers. It was around 200. So that's, that's pretty good. So if you guys are interested in that, then I can confirm with him, or if you want to, I don't know, just let me know.
Since it is specifically for the Swedish Festival, what about splitting it with the Swedish Festival committee or chamber? Since it's that
Cost
event.
sharing? Yeah.
Like we split things with them for other things.
I can go back to the committee, yeah.
Yeah, like just splitting it up. What do you guys think?
I think that sounds great.
You're gonna let him stay there for free?
Yeah.
That's what Steve did.
I know, I got freaking
And that's
big
how much
shoes
a
to fill
night?
now.
And that's
What's
how
that?
much a night?
140.
But wouldn't that be a quick, that's a high weekend for you for someone coming to the
It
Swedish
is.
Festival? That's a lot.
No, it is. But there's also value that I could be getting out of it too as a business owner. If he highlights the Airbnb in some way, that's sort of marketing that. So for this event, I'm happy taking care of it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we're definitely interested, and our outlay would be 500 unless we split
Correct.
with the. I wonder if they have.
When
that
do you
in.
need to know by?
He said that he's blocked those dates. I spoke with him about 2 weeks ago. So as of 2 weeks ago, he said he blocked those dates out to come. And so he just said the sooner the better, just so he can arrange travel and whatnot.
My recommendation would be that we do book him, and we'll talk to the chamber about whether they want to split it or not, but whether, if they're not in a position to do that, we would still do it. Because I know that they're out beating down doors for every penny.
I like it.
And maybe
It's
that
a
would
great, it was great for our social media.
yeah, maybe that would be our contribution to festival, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure we can come to an agreement, but I
Okay.
would endorse him coming and us doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
That's what I say. That's what I'm saying. Are you guys comfortable with me making that motion? Okay, so my motion would be, I'm gonna make a motion that we would, agree to have him come. You're gonna do your part, and we will either pay the 500 or partner with chamber after negotiations to pay the 500, but we want him to come. Okay,
I second that motion.
okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay,
Cool.
all right.
All right. Thank you, ladies.
All right, kids, anything else? Future agenda items. Future agenda items are the stroll,
Spring stroll.
update on purchases for Christmas corners. I will give you an update on that at the next meeting.
Brochure update.
Uh-huh.
I'll have a little spreadsheet.
Pass out name tag.
And goal setting, okay.
You can put the brochure under goal setting if you want.
And our next meeting will be,
The final version of
April
the
1st.
survey.
yeah, final version of the survey, yeah.
April Fool's Day.
April Fool's Day. At 7. No, I'm just kidding.
A really good turnout to track that day.
Okay, so April 1st, we will meet again. Meeting adjourned.